Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the ground tank. This Tier 8 Blitz Nation Heavy is a vehicle that will potentially never be sold again. And it's actually not the only tank that might never be sold again. We also have the Valkyria Chronicle tanks, being the Lupus, the Edelweiss, and the Hafen. We also have the 047, which is the Blitz Nation Medium. All of these tanks, their licensing agreements have expired with Wargaming. And what that means is that Wargaming cannot legally sell these tanks anymore. Now, will they stop selling them? We'll find out. I mean, at the end of the day, what are the chances that these companies are keeping an eye on Wargaming and the fact that they might sell these tanks again? Probably very low. But at the same time, does Wargaming want to get themselves caught up in a potential lawsuit? Also, probably not. So chances are, we will never see the tanks I just listed again in the stores. But today we are focusing on the ground tank. This Tier 8 Heavy is a very goofy one. It's got a just massive turret, but at least it's got an equally hard-hitting gun. Oh, and my game. Okay, yep, there you go. Oh, okay, we just lagged out for a second there. By the way, that's not my Wi-Fi. Okay, alright, okay. You're getting shot. Yeah. Hope it was worth it for you. I mean, sure, I bled some health, but at the end of the day, I still have 1,200 hit points left and you have 700. Tank destroyers will never be able to trade with heavies, ever, because they have, 800 health less than the heavies. Oh, come on, I want to shoot the smasher. Boom, easy 429. Yeah, not sure why my game decided to lag out there for a moment. And you can actually see both the shells that penetrated my tank did not actually hit my turret itself. They hit the roof of my tank, which is really cringe because it's just such a good showcase where the armor on this tank is not necessarily super effective. Like, the fact that you can just be penned on that upper part is really dumb. This tank is arguably larger than a mouse in the turret, so the fact that you can just get penned in the turret at literally every angle can be a bit of a bummer. Now, we have to push the KV-3 because nobody on our team is going to do so, but that's fine. I have a shell for him, and boom, there you go. Oh, you're telling me that the tank I shot is not the vehicle that's actually capping the base. Okay then, so there's another tank in the base cap, probably, there it is. We got a Lupus over here, and now the base has officially been reset. Yeah, I was about to say, like, what the heck's going on here, bruh? Good news is that we're doing pretty fine. I mean, yeah, we've bled a bit of health, but at the same time, I'm going to get another shell into the KV-3 for 400 damage, and we're up to 2,700 already. The ground tank hits really hard with 440 alpha, and it's got a lot of health. So when you pair those two values together, it does allow this tank to get away with more than you'd expect. Not to mention, it has a really troll armor profile, which a lot of players do struggle to reliably actually cut through. But yeah, at this point, the enemy team's cooked. I do find it actually almost a sin to take a vehicle like the Lupus, which has 12 degrees of gun depression, and then proceed to not use it at a position that allows you to use that gun depression. So all that's left at this point is the Jagdpanther 2, who's probably dead in a second. We have the ISU-130, who is going to shoot us for 417. The play that I want to make right now is clear the ISU-130, because that player is the biggest threat. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to make too much of a difference, because they still have 18 other tanks on my side, which I'm probably not going to be able to kill. Maybe if we get really lucky, we'll high roll the Frog. No, we actually low rolled the Progetto, because that's my luck. Well, unfortunately for me, as much as I would love to have oh my god, it actually did work. I was going to say, as much as I'd love to kill the Prog and tap him with the Ram, I'm not going to be able to, but no, we actually did kill him with the Ram. That's pretty sad for that player. I think what we're going to do is try and use the dead Progetto as cover. Oh, there you go, we got the Vipera, which we do get a pending shell into. Oh, and the Vipera actually misses me. That means I can push this player and hopefully get the clear into their tank. Let's move up. Oh, we got the AMX, which, unfortunately, my shell misses. We did pretty good, everything considered, and I think we just missed the AMX. That's the only reason why I died. That Vipera shot both shells as well, so if we had hit that AMX, we probably would have been able to kill the Vipera. We blocked 1,500, we did 4,400, and that's obviously a finishing place on our team. Yeah, well, our team didn't do too good that game, and what's funny is that if we didn't lag out in the beginning and bleed that little bit of health to the Progetto, we probably would have won that game. But as usual, I get pretty bad luck sometimes. Yeah, that wasn't my Wi-Fi lagging out there. My Wi-Fi is good, and I've had it happen multiple times. Something's going on with the Wargaming servers. I'm not sure if they're, like, being hacked or something, but clearly it's cringe. Either way, that brings us to game number 2. Let's see if the ground tank can keep it up. Battle starts now. Okay. Well, what do we have up against us? We have an AMX-30, BZ-58, okay. Well, what I'm going to do to start off with is go towards mid. I mean, I'm actually happy that my team is going with me here. So yeah, we're going to go to mid, and we'll see how this goes for us. What do they have? BZ-58. They only have one heavy, so I don't really have to worry too much about getting overrun on this side of the map. I'm tempted to cross the bridge, but I think what we're going to do to begin with is... Actually, yeah, I am going to cross. With the Waffenträger spotted... Oh, I lied. We're not going to cross the bridge. Let's aim it on the SU. Boom. 603 high explosive into that player. That is an insane roll. And while the SU is quite mad at me, I don't really care. You know why? Because you literally just threw your game away for that. You got so mad that I hit you. But we're going to low roll that one. It's fine. The SU-130's down to 7 health now. So their game's over. Like, they literally tunneled me, and their game's over because of it. So I hope it was worth it, dude. We have the BZ in front of me, which we get a easy pen into, and we back into cover. Nice. 487 roll. This thing hits really hard, as we can see. And because of that, it's quite nice to be able to use sometimes. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to matter. Especially with the BZ on my side. If that SU-130 tries to shoot me, this could be a real problem. But we have the T-30, who is going to shoot that player. And what I need to do now is move this way and pray that the SU misses. He does. Alright, now I have to hope that the T-30 on my team actually ends up helping me. Okay, that works. And boom, get a clear into the BZ. Yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're in a tier 9, I'm in a tier 8. If you make a stupid play, like both the SU-130 and BZ-58 too, you're going to get punished and die. And that's what happened there, right? That BZ thought he could YOLO me, even though my entire team was on the side. And not only that, but our team was winning the side. You can't make YOLOs like that when your team is losing this flank of the map. But either way, we're doing pretty good ourselves. The ATAC is going to rip all that damage away, so the only tank left that I care about is the T-30, who we do have the angle of, and we're going to aim in, and there you go. Nice 455 damage shot, putting us over 3,100. As we can see, the ground tank isn't actually a bad vehicle. The armor is not great. It's good sometimes, especially against lower tier vehicles, but against higher tier tanks, its armor is pretty inconsistent. But what's not bad about the ground tank is the fact that this vehicle does hit hard and it has good gun depression with surprisingly good mobility. So when you pair those values together, this tank can work a ridgeline pretty well, and the high explosive, by the way, hits really dang hard on this thing. If we go over to the HE, it does 580 damage per shot. That SU-130, I just don't understand why they thought driving into the open and trading with me was going to be a good play. Like, you just lost 600 health to a high explosive. And maybe that player didn't realize that that was an HE shell. I mean, I guess that's possible, because not many people know what this tank's capabilities are, but still, personally, I wouldn't drive into the open because I got shot once. I'd learn my lesson and back up. Either way, here we are on Yamato. I don't really like this map. I'll be totally real. The enemy team has 2 heavies. They have a AMX 5100 and a Tiger 2. I don't have much support, though, and that is a problem that I'm going to have to think about. So what we're going to do to begin with, because I don't have much support, so we're going to chill here, and we're going to side scrape off this. Thankfully, the ground tank is very good at side scraping. So we should be able to work this spot totally fine. While they do have a Waffenträger, I think we should be good here. And there's the AMX. I don't think they're actually going to be here, to be totally real. There's the SU. Alright, we're going to move. Oh, okay. Well, there is a tank here. It's the enemy Tiger 2. We're going to over-angle the side, and there you go. We do get a bounce. This tank's armor is incredibly troll if you over-angle it because of the way it's designed. So you can actually get really rewarded for doing some goofy maneuvers with it. Okay. What am I looking at here? Well, up. That's crazy. Okay. Well, you're starting to see the useless turret armor of this thing. The AMX is just cutting through me every single shot, which is really annoying. What's more annoying is the fact that nobody's shooting the AMX. I have teammates. Like, we're just gonna let him do what he wants. It's my AT fit. Oh, great. Oh, boy. Why is the ROM... Why? What is this game, dude? Why is every single player on the enemy team here? I mean, I'm cooked. There's only so much I can do. And unfortunately for me, in this situation, that so much means I'm probably going to die. But, like, bro, what is this? Why is every single player on the enemy team on me? Like, what the heck? We're getting bounces, surprisingly. What we're going to do is we're going to back up. I'm going to aim it on the Tiger. Get a nice pen for 418. We're going to angle towards the Panzer and get a bounce from that player. But, like, what the cringe, bruh? Alright, well, now we got the Ball Chatillon on my side, who's also going to try and shoot me, and we are going to aim in a high explosive and deal 553 damage. WZ's going to die, and we did 3,600. Not only that, but I single-handedly distracted basically every single player on the enemy team. Why? Why is that the play we're making, enemy? Why are we taking our mediums, the Panzer, the Biter, why are we driving these medium tanks to the heavy flank? As I tell players all the time, it will never work for you. Because what's going to happen is you're going to waste all of your time trying to shoot a heavy, which has more hit points than you want to deal with. And then what's going to happen is the mediums that are over here are just going to dominate. And by the time that I was killed, not only was I able to farm 3,600 damage off of those tanks, but our medium flank completely dominated because they didn't have any oppression or any, you know, tank that was going to fight them over there. So it was just an instant win. Now, we did get kind of lucky. We full health ammo rack that Biter, which I'm not going to complain about at all. As I said, I think it's hilarious that the Biter has no crew. It's got a phantom crew if you read the special ability, and yet we still ammo rack the guy for full health. That's so silly. But I'll take it. You know what? I'll take it. We did pretty good this game, though. The enemy team played terrible. They really put themselves in positions where I was just able to literally farm them like crazy. 3,600 damage. We blocked 3,370. And it's such a good example of, like, first of all, we HE the bat chat for 550. Because even though the thing is small liner, apparently that player's not using it. Tiger 2 we took 1,600 off of. And then that Biter we took another 1,400 off of. Like, we did crazy levels of damage there. I mean, I bet you that most of those players on the enemy team weren't very good. Yeah, 47%. The bat chat, 43%. And then the Panzer was actually a 53% over the 188,000 games. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good or how many battles you have. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It doesn't matter how many games you have. Like, if you can't learn the simple positioning of how to drive your tank, it's never going to go well for you. So here we are. Final battle, I think, right? I don't actually know how many games I've played. Let's see, how many games have I played in the, yeah, I have played, 3. I played one earlier today as well, but I was having problems with the server, so I had to restart the video today. But, so far, ground tank's been holding up pretty well, and you can see why. Like, the armor, it can get some really, really troll bounces. The turret's about 280-ish effective. It's not great, especially with the fact that most tier 8s now have like 300 millimeters of heat, like the IS-6 is like 320. So if you're running calibrated shells reliably, you'll be able to cut through this tank's turret. If you're not running Cali, you're actually going to struggle a lot to cut through the turret. But in general, the turret armor is pretty mid. The hull armor is really, really troll, though, because of the way it's got this spaced armor around the tracks, plus the track thickness itself. It's really easy to angle this vehicle, and you can get some really goofy bounces with it. And again, it's got gun depression, which makes it quite flexible, which is surprising. So what I'm going to do in the beginning of this game is go towards mid. Our Biter is just dumping the entire clip, so probably a troll or something. I don't know what dude's doing. But, yeah. Let's make our way to mid. And we'll play... Oh, the 53's leaving me? Okay. I don't like that. I don't have any support over here. Okay. Well... Man, our team's not doing anything. Nobody on our team's moving up. Okay, well, what did I spot? I don't even know. We got a T69 over there, which we do get a pen into. Ah, the camping M30. Ah, so we are already down. I mean, the T69 threw his game away to do that, but like, we are already down 700 health. That's pretty annoying, I won't lie. Got the Torn Von in front of me. I'm going to drive over and get a shell into the Torn Von. Okay, or not. I lied. Well, this thing does have good gun depression, unfortunately. Just not enough. Okay, well, let's reload. 3, 2, 1, and boom. There you go. 430 damage. It's pretty good. Alright, I need to start backing out of here because it's going to be bad if I don't. Yeah. Okay, well, we have the ISU over here, and I'm just going to get a quick... Okay. This gun is not accurate. I'll tell you that right now. And you're noticing that. You know, we had an easy shot on the ISU, and it completely missed. We had an easy shot on the Tornvon, and it completely missed, right? When you have easy shells and they miss like that, it's really, really frustrating. Tracking that Yo is a really good shot for me there, because now the Yo has 17 health. Not really sure why they're YOLOing me, but, go for it. I wonder if I can just get the ram kill on him. Let's see. And I did. Yeah, what a great play there, dude. You got me good. Now we got the Tornvon in front of me, which we get a nice 5-12 into. And, yeah, rush me. Come on, do it. You won't even pen me. I bet you won't pen me. Keep trying. Oh, he's like, I don't know where to aim. That's amazing. Let's see. Can I HE the side of the Brask? Well, if you show me your rear, I can. Boom. 633. High explosive into the rear of the Brask. And we're up to 2,500 damage. Yeah, that Brask, because it's a medium and it doesn't have crazy amounts of premium pen, especially with APCR, really didn't know where to shoot me. And that's a pretty big skill issue. But hey, I'm not going to get too mad. I'm up to 2,700 damage, and it looks like we're going to get another 3K game here. I'm going to push the Samwa. So let's get behind him. Unfortunately, the Samwa's getting bled pretty heavily before I can shoot him. Come on, keep on going. Can we HE the Samwa? Looks like we might be able to. Boom! 594, and then we get the ram for the final chunk of damage and kill him. Yeah, this thing's pretty good at ramming. It weighs around 100 tons, so it's pretty fast and surprisingly good at ramming. So that's pretty cool. There you go. Nice 426 into the enemy lightweight, and just like that, we did 3,859 damage and finished top on the team. That was a pretty good game. You know, being honest, that was a pretty good finishing battle for our ground tank today. And there you go. Did we ace it? No, we did not. But we still had a surprisingly solid results there. At the end of the day, the ground tank is a very fun vehicle. And it's a shame that Wargaming's not going to be able to sell again, because it might not be the best tank, but it's definitely not a bad tank. I mean, statistically, I'm going around 64%, which I guess is okay, but I'm doing fine in it, and it's just a fun vehicle to mess around with. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about the ground tank. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.